Hello everyone, my name is Amit and I'll be talking about MSP and the ongoing farmers protest. So let me explain how the government works on this. So the Food Corporation of India, that is FCI, purchases crops from the farmers and distribute it to the general population via the public distribution system. So the question here is, what is the problem with the current MSP system and why are farmers protesting? Presently, it is not compulsory for the government to procure crops at MSP. In fact, out of the total 23 crops for which the MSP is announced, majorly only rice and wheat are procured by the Food Corporation of India to distribute it to the poor. The number of farmers who get MSP support is so low that less than 7% of the farmers see any benefit from it. Another problem is that while every farmer in Punjab and Haryana region gets to sell their rice and wheat produce at MSP, in Uttar Pradesh, only 3.6% of the farmer are able to sell their produce at MSP. So the farmers are demanding that there should be MSP for all the crops and getting MSP should be their legal right. Thirdly, farmers are also proposing a specific method to calculate MSP. So if you look at the current setup, the Commission for Agriculture Costs and Prices, that is FACP, is the brain behind calculating the MSP. The components to calculate MSP are A2 and FL. A2 is the amount spent by the farmers on seeds, pesticides, fertilizers, etc. And FL takes into consideration the unpaid labor. So the final MSP would be A2 plus FL plus 50% of A2 and FL combined. Now, farmer wants to add one more component to this, and that is interest on the value of own capital assets or rent paid to the leased land or rental value of the owned land. This will basically increase the MSP and farmers would likely to get more benefit. So the question is, if the farmer gets a more safety net and they'll be able to make more money and government will have more crops to distribute to the poor, then why is government not doing it? And why are they opposing the MSP? The answer is that it would create a financial burden on the budget, which the government sets. This will be approximately 80% of the entire budget. So if they accept the demands of the farmer, where will they get the money from? The money that was supposed to be spent on roads, railways, and infrastructure will just be spent on procuring produce from the farmers, which will adversely impact the economy. Lastly, if farmer gets a fixed amount, irrespective of the demand, they'll deliberately produce deliberately produce more even when the demand is less. So what would government do with this excess supply when there's no demand? This clearly creates a supply and demand problem. The government cannot sell this excess supply to private players since there's already more supply, and the market rates are so low of the same that private players won't buy from the government at higher rates. And the government doesn't even have the proper infrastructure to store which will produce. Every year, thousands of tons of grains gets wasted just because of the lack of storage facilities. So who was right and who is wrong? Leaving on you to decide. That's it from my side. Thank you.